old phone for the camera because I have no more space on my phone and I need to make space. And I don't have the camera set up or anything like that, so I'm using this device to record. And so unflattering it is that once upon a time ago, where my vibrations were kind of like not appreciating my own soul, mind, body, heart, and soul whole, I was vibing kind of low. And I would prevent and I would stop myself from doing something because I didn't feel good about myself. And then I think about the evolution of that now, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'd just be like, whatever. You know, and I love it. Anyways, right, so what was I saying? So, like, once upon a time ago, I would not even be recording right now. Like, I would be ignoring call, ignoring just, like, even my passion, and truly not being in full alignment with my alchemy. You know, you are the magician, learning at this time more and more of yourself. So the more you do, the more elements coming to you on every four corners of your own earth. It's like a rebirth, and then you're there standing with the thirst of a starving man. Does that even make sense? Whatever. You ever been thirsty? So fine, you know, I still gotta get on my highs, and so just this is gonna be 222, short and sweet, just about sharing with you some divination tools. You can call them witchy if you want to, on how to further alchemize with you and further inspire you to get on your own majestic reign, supreme, energetically, confidently, assuredly, as cute as can be, you know? Fine. So I'm just sharing. So our thoughts can race and race and race, and if we haven't mastered the scripture, the intel that lives to tell within our wells, right? If we're not writer, editor, and chief, I don't know these titles, but if we're not the creator of that transverse universe, creating its burst within our vessel, then the conscious part of we that is evolutionizing, revolutionizing our own experience and unconditioning our own conditioning and thriving and pushing and excelling and processing and progressing and you know, being all you can be, right? Being all that you can be for your own evolution. And putting in the worth of work that is definitely needed and required in order to create powerfully in your own vortex and not in someone else's already made creation of perceived reality that is part of our external stimuli reality of coexisting energies. Well, coexisting is what we want what we have, what we battle for. Because the world is at war, right? Anyways, you can't fight war with roar. You can't fight war with roar. I might start seeing that line somewhere else on the internet. People act like they just take everything, right? And want this recognition, validation, starving nation, you know? Anyways, so part of unconditioning our conditioning is instilling in our hard drive system our own ingredient, and coming into this perceived reality under already in a pre-existing establishment, then it's safe to say, with just discernment for factuality of inactuality, of coming into a pre-existing system, it's safe to say that everything that you know to be up until this point, you see, is not yours. Yes, you have interwoven your own threads through whatever you have acquired in this perceived life. So you act upon of that which you already know. And what you already know has been spoon-fed to you since birth. Like, you can argue, you can protest. Honestly, you can do that with yourself. Write it down, battle it out, meditate on it. Meditate on it. If you don't understand or understand what it is that I am attempting to convey here, play it back, rewind if you need to. If you want to argue with me, you're gonna argue with yourself, because I honestly, it's not up for debate. Like what I'm saying right now, like, I don't hold myself to this statement either, because I'm constantly evolutionizing in this temple of perceived me. And so I have learned in this lifetime, just based off of my own observing of my own experiences, that nothing is really definitive or final, you know? Like, the book may end, but the chapters still go on, whether it's written or not, you know what I mean? And so sorry, I started listening to Eminem. So you know, so it's safe to say, if you want to look at it intellectually that way, that part of your unconditioning, your conditioning experience is learning your ingredients in this world already pre-existing, full of flavors. So tasting its flavors, you have to understand your layer of savoring this flavor and how it interacts with your system. So even religion, people be like, no, Jesus is law, and all this, and they can get all indoctrinated. And I'm not arguing your belief systems. I'm not debating freaking religion here. You can do that with yourself, okay, with your God. What I am saying is that you know no better once entering the birth canal of your mother's vagina, when you enter this realm of perceived existence. And so all the intel that you know to date has been given to you. That's all I'm saying. And with that, you have created life for yourself here, right? Okay. Right. Okay. So when we're unconditioning our conditioning, just so that we can better learn ourselves, this is enhancement. Who the fuck don't want this for themselves? Those living in hell, they have a story that they just love to keep retelling and tell. So that becomes their intel, their database systems, operational systems. So when you become conscious and hip to that operating system that is operating your system, you're like, whoa. Ho. Let me slow my roll. And let me masturbate to these beats and see what's really real for me. And what's so deep? That you'll begin to discover new flavors. And you're like, whoa. Alright. It's pretty dope. And so it's pretty deep. But either way, so master aligning yourself with focus, purpose, intention. You must put into practice new behavioral patterns that are gonna be now downloaded into your system, so that you can begin to operate on your alignment, your alchemy, your ingredients, creating your own generating system. Yeah. Alchemy 101, inner alchemy. Yeah, that's what I do. So sure, I gotta go. If you like this kind of messages, let me know. If I left anything out, let me know. If there's anything you want me to further elaborate on, let me know. That's the only way we're gonna grow. I know I am babbling and always babble, and sometimes I don't even get to finish what it is that I was beginning to say. I didn't even say what I wanted to say at the beginning of the video, which is, I sing in the car, to help silence my mind. I get into my singing theatrics at this time, and you have a voice, you can sing, you can speak, you can sing. You have a voice in you, don't matter how it rings. Sing. Okay, that was it. Fitzy.